Facebook, Twitter, YouTube is going. Let's see. I thought I connected my Twitter and it looks like it's not connected.
Instagram, give us 1 second. We're trying to connect on all the other platforms and we're going to go ahead and jump right into this thing, y'all.
I know.
Just give us un momento, okay?
Maybe it's not that one. Let me see. Dang. Girl, this thing got 3.
What's up, Holy Smokes? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's a name right there.
Okay, that's a name right there.
All right, you guys want to come? I'm trying to get Twitter together. Let me hurry up with it too. Twitter got like
Bridges. What's the topic today? We about to get started. We waiting on Miss Miami. We trying to get the other platforms going right now. So give us just a second. We about to get into it. All right. Y'all let us know in the comments. I know earlier today we posted and asked if you guys have anything or any topics or anything that y'all want us to discuss today other than the topics that we had planned for. And we definitely want to try to get at least 1 or 2 topics in from the audience or viewers, I should say. So y'all let us know in the comments what y'all particular topic was or what y'all would like us to discuss. Or maybe you have something y'all want to share and y'all want us to comment on it. So let us know in the chat room, please.
Shay, you got your sound low?
I do have it low.
You have your computer low too?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'm hearing the echo. That's all.
Wait, something just happened. Hold on.
You want to stop that and start over the Instagram?
No. Okay, there you go.
You got it?
Yeah, it's all right. But yeah, it's low. I checked it. It's fine.
I don't know. I can hear it from somewhere.
Now can you hear it?
Just double check.
All right. It's low on both.
Okay.
Yep, it's low.
All right, you guys. So we are going to go ahead and start today. We want to welcome everybody from Twitter, from Facebook, from, of course, IG Live to the left of us. YouTube Live is on right now. We want to welcome the whole Brains and Beauty family. We're going to go ahead and start this whole podcast as we do every Wednesday. So, how do we start this thing? I always
don't play. Oh Lord, we start on a Friday. Now she done forgot how to start it off. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, podcaster, YouTubers, IGzers, Facebookers, Twitterers, basically Periscopers. We are also on Twitch. We're also on Twitch right now, live on all platforms. Again, you guys, we record this podcast every Wednesday. It goes up every Thursday morning on all Apple, Spotify, everywhere. iHeartRadio, Google Play for the Android people, and all of that good stuff. We are
Brains and Beauty. Times
Times
two.
two.
I'm Shayla.
And I'm Miami. And I'm trying to fix my light.
You know what? Y'all see. Lord.
But
She's
anyway,
Miami and she's trying to fix her light.
I'm trying to fix my light in my life. Okay. So today, you guys, we have a great show. Before we get into all the great, amazing topics, we have some quick shout outs, some PSAs. We got to just get out the way. A PSA to me right now is Saks Fifth down here in Miami and Belle Harbor. So Belle Harbor is about to evict Saks Fifth. They owe almost $2 million in back rent and back fees, maintenance fees, taxes,
crazy
from March up until now. So that is happening in commercial real estate. So all of the big stores, big brands, big retail places are about to face, probably not everybody, but a lot of people. If Saks Fifth is about to get evicted out of Belle Harbor, who's next?
Now, if y'all have never been to Belle Harbor in Miami, if you've
For
never
the
been,
out-of-towners,
it's where the well-off shop. Okay,
yes,
that's where they shop and live. That they are well off. If you are shopping in there, you are more than well off. So the fact that retail store has been there that long, it's been there since what?
1974. They've been there that long, and they're about to get evicted just due to coronavirus.
Within the last year is the reason why they're about to get evicted. That's crazy. It just makes you. It truly makes you wonder, like, who's next? Like, what retailer is next? Stop it.
Who's next?
Like,
no, seriously,
who's next?
It's crazy. And I kind of was talking about this way back in March when it first happened. I was like, we're going to have a problem with commercial real estate because you guys know I'm in real estate. I'm in residential real estate. If I have to do commercial, I'll do commercial. I'm really focused on residential real estate. So, but anyway, when it happened, I was like, we're going to have issues. It's not just going to be tenants and landlords with homes. It's going to be commercial real estate as well. Going to have evictions. So just to see that's a big brand about to get evicted. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. It kind of makes you nervous for some other companies because if they're closing, that's probably the first major close of theirs, and it probably won't be the last one. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, somebody quickly just chimed in about what they would like to hear our thoughts on the sweetie pie scandal. Listen, the whole thing with that and hiring somebody for your nephew and for the money, I really don't have too much to say about it, but I just hope that it's not true. I hope that he has a great lawyer team, and if he did do that, he just gotta serve the time, unfortunately. And I hope that doesn't, make what's her name just stressed out. What's her name? Miss Patty.
The owner.
The owner. Yeah.
The owner. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, because he supposedly had a policy on her too.
Man, this is crazy. So I hope it's not like that.
I really, because he was cheesing and everything in the mugshot. Like, bruh, I really hope.
Yeah, because you look crazy.
You were
now.
Cheesing because you thought this was a joke. Like,
yeah, you look
somebody
crazy.
Pranking you, Miss Robbie. Thank you. But we over here talking about Miss Patty, Miss who? But that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I truly pray that is not true because you are some kind of sick to plot on your family member like that. And then truly try to act like you had no clue. Like, oh, you're so hurt. I know I saw an episode today. They replayed like a portion of an episode where they went back to where he was killed. And they went through all the family members in their actual family that died either on that street or like a couple streets down, like all within that same area. And it's absolutely insane. So I truly hope that that's not true and that whatever the truth is comes out. And I hope that it's just coincidental that he had a life insurance policy on that child because that's really
I hope
sad.
It was coincidental because again, when you're in business and you have certain funds and all of that. That's one of your things you're supposed to get in order, right?
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
health insurance, you have life insurance. That's just one of the things you normally just supposed to get in order. So I just, like you said, I just hope it's not as it seems to be. But Pluto Bridges on Twitter said, what are the topics for today? So normally, you guys, you know, we run through a few topics. It's not just one. Tonight we have a couple, so you have to stay around to hear all of the topics. You have to stay around and see what we got to say and what can you chime in on. So we have a few. So we're gonna go ahead and start with. I just got to start with it. It all ties all in together with everything that's going on right now at this very second in this very moment, which is Jacob Blake, NBA, police brutality. Like all of that goes together as one. Because before we get into some other great, amazing topics, that's like, y'all know how we do. We got to talk about what's going on right now. And then, of course, other things are on the way. So let's start with that, Shay. Let's start with Jacob Blake and how he was just simply breaking up a fight and wanted to walk away. He broke up everything he was supposed to do and just wanted to get on with his life and was like, you know what? I'm trying to get out of here. I don't have the time. The situation is done. I'm trying to go home. My kids is in the car. Let me just keep it moving. You know what I mean? And things just went crazy.
I just
to be shot 7 times by a police officer that they do not want to reveal his name to protect him. So right now they're trying to get to the point of revealing this police officer's name. They do not want to reveal it. So that's an issue. But other than that, go ahead, Shay, because
I think that one, it's absolutely insane and it's crazy that we again have to live in a world where we have to explain the obvious. Like the fact that we even have to sit here and talk about this and explain it as though some people don't understand that regardless of whatever you think he was doing, or regardless of whether you think he shouldn't have went to his car, whatever, regardless of whether you think he shouldn't have opened his car door and walked away from the police as he had his gun drawn, whatever the issue was, it is not the police's job or the police's job to fire deadly shots at you because you are simply
walking away
or refusing to comply. Let's just say that you're refusing to comply. That is not a reason to use deadly force on anybody.
Right.
Okay? You are not the judge and you're not the jury. You are not here to tell me whether I should live or die because I simply walked and opened the car door to my car. You could have done anything. Now, if you thought he was going for a gun, let's just say you thought he was going for a gun. What could you have done to stop him? You could have shot him in the leg. Somewhere where this man could still have a life, something where he could still heal from, if you chose to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you felt like you had to use deadly force. Now, I don't feel like even that was necessary because
it wasn't necessary.
Like, what said draw your gun? What was he doing?
You know what said it, Jay? You know what said it? Black.
Of course, again. But that's my whole point.
Fear said it. Fear said it, and I don't know what they thought was going to happen, but again, it still doesn't equate to shooting somebody 7 times, and possibly this man is about to have a life that is not as normal as he had it within those seconds. You know what I mean? So it's like, y'all want us to walk away. Y'all want us to de-escalate things. You want us to, behave in a way. The man walked away, man. He walked away. He did not want to be a part of that no more. Like, okay, can you imagine, like, you're in a situation, you like, you know what? I don't have time for this. Y'all doing too much. I'm about to leave. You know what I mean?
And I have my children in the car.
Yeah, and then okay, I see you here, police officers, but right now my kid, I gotta go. Y'all can continue this, but I gotta go, and y'all gonna follow me to my car just to shoot me
because
I want to rush
wasn't enough.
So anyway, so that opens up the conversation to right now. Of course, prayers have to continue. We have to continue to solicit prayers for this man because he is fighting for his life. He is. I just hope he come out of this to be able to talk, to speak, to function, even though he may be paralyzed. You know what I mean? Or paralyzed. I'm just hoping he's able to function at least normally, waist up. That's the prayer right now. I want him to walk out. I want him to walk out of there. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But I just want to shout out to the NBA right now. Y'all, if y'all don't know, I've been boycotting the NFL since Kaepernick did his thing in 2017. My last Dolphin NFL game was preseason 2017. That was the last game that I saw was at the actual stadium. Period. I was done. So I always hoped and wished and prayed that the NFL guys would do this because it's more of them than the NBA guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was hoping that the NFL guys can do it. And now it is how many years later? 3 years later, here we are once again. Kyrie tried to warn the NBA, like, hey, this is not the time to be doing this. And everybody said to Kyrie, like, child, please, we're going to have, you know what I mean? Kyrie had his stance just like Kaepernick in a way had a stance, but not the same, but still, he still stood up over everybody else. So to see today the Bucks, right? Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
Because I'm a Heat girl, so I don't know everybody's name off the top of my head. So the Milwaukee Bucks, to do this today, to be the leaders of this, it is just so amazing. And then to see our men in the front saying this. Yeah. They just released a statement, and to see our black men, our black young men say, you know what? We can't focus in no game. We can't give y'all our all. We can't, how you want us to play a game knowing that my cousin, my son, my daddy, my uncle, my granddaddy could be out in the streets right now and something can happen to him, and now you want me to just play at like Kiki, oh, shoot a ball, 2 points, 3 points, blah, blah, blah. No, so I commend every NBA player, I wanted to say NFL, every NBA player right now. This is just so amazing. It may not be big to a lot of people. To me, this is huge. I don't know how long it's going to last. They didn't say, but it's just dope to see this today. At this moment, at this time.
I commend them for taking a step. I definitely think that it should not stop here. I already personally thought they shouldn't have been playing no way. I think they should have sat out the season and just said, you know what, no, y'all need to focus on this. We need to figure out how we're going to help our community fix or shed light and then help create change on this issue. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the times that we don't want to put the pressure, or we don't want to put all the pressure on celebrities, but let's just keep it G. Like, celebrities have a lot of pull. They have a lot more of say, or they have a lot more shine and camera time than any of us do. You know, so I think that this is the time that they should be truly using their platform to really not just shed light, but to try to invoke some kind of change, or try to make the people that they work for invoke some kind of change. Like, it's absolutely crazy that we are still having to talk about this. Like, that we still have to sit here and explain how it's wrong for you to shoot a man 7 times in his back and think that that's fine. And then try to come up with all these excuses and reasons. Like, I think today I read LeBron James he posted something, and basically it was just saying how this is crazy, and during this time you want to be happy about the game, but your mind is kind of focused on other things, and you're focused on what's going on outside of the game and what's happening in our own communities, and how it's just sad and we need to invoke change. And I'm reading the comments under his post, and everyone is so negative, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, let me go back and re-listen, because maybe he said something crazy that I missed. And just the fact that I didn't miss a thing, and still wondering, still sitting here right now trying to figure out, like, how are y'all now? They was calling him a coon, all kinds of foolishness under, go sit down and go pick up a ball and play. Like, what? Like, are we really living in a time where y'all truly don't understand what the message that we're trying to get across? Like, it is not okay. This is not fine. Police don't have the ability to just take someone's life because they feel like it, and there's no consequence. No, that is not how this works. That is not what your job is supposed to be about. You're supposed to protect everyone, not certain people, everybody.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how these other people get to walk and go home when they do things way worse. We're simply walking to our car and we get shot 7 times in the back. It's insane.
Yeah. So we want to hear what you guys got to say real quick. I know we wanted to just get our thoughts off real quickly, just to tell you how we feel in a short summary, because we do have other topics we want to touch on today. Unfortunately, should be about the whole podcast, but we want to lighten it up just a little bit. But we do want to make sure we address something that is just we continue to face over and over and over and over and over again. But today was just dope because I feel like if we cannot make change of how police officers are hired or trained, maybe police officers need to be segregated. Maybe blacks need to be with blacks and whites need to be with whites, because they treat the white counterparts totally different. I put something in my stories today, even right before we went on, about how this man had a gun, a knife, or something at these police officers, and they didn't do nothing. They had their what's those sticks called? Those
like their batons.
They had a baton. Two of these police officers had a baton against this white man. They didn't have no taser out. They didn't even draw. They didn't even touch their gun to draw. Their hand wasn't even on their hip. You know what I mean? So I just feel like to do something quickly and swift without trying to figure out how to get these police officers out and put them in the army. Because I said this before. Some of these officers are low key. They would love to be in the army, but they can't. But they need to be in the army because you're coming in the streets as if we are the enemy of the state, of the country. And we're not. You're not even giving us a fair shot to see if we're in the wrong or right. We'll never know because you kill us so quickly. Now, somebody is wrong, they're wrong. I don't care if they're black, white, or whoever, brown. But yellow, green, whoever. But give the people a few seconds just to see if the people are really right or wrong, or doing something right or wrong. You're not protecting and serving us. So I don't know. The only thing I could think of quickly, and I mean like within 90 days, is that, hey, maybe it's time to segregate our police departments because this ain't working until they figure out how to do it, or how to train people, how to get all the fearful ones to go to they got to go, but the quickest thing to do is just say, hey, blacks in the blacks neighborhood and whites in the whites neighborhood. And then you can't even say that too, because we're everywhere.
No, I don't know.
It's hard. I don't know. I'm just thinking about something that's quick, and I mean like within 30 days, not something that has to be passed, signed, lobbied, da 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 da. I'm talking about something that's quick. I'm speaking hypothetically here. Segregate the police. Just segregate them. I really don't know what else to do at this.
I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily think that we should do that, because I think that might cause a bigger problem. I think that for now,
a bigger problem.
It should simply. I just think. I mean, trust me. If they wanted to invoke a law, they could invoke a law tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like if they really wanted to. If they really change something, if they truly wanted to, and you could just simply say, look, if you all shoot or kill someone and it's determined that there was, you had no justification, there was no true reason, your life was not in danger or anything like that, not only will you lose your job or lose your pension or whatever the case may be, one, you'll never work for the police department, or two, you'll go to jail. Like, it needs to be it should just be very clear and blunt. Just like if the 3-strike rule is the same way. It's 3 strikes and you're done. There's no questions. There's no conversations about it. You're gone. And that's it.
Yeah, I get that. It's just that it's hard because every state is different. Even carrying a gun in different states are different. Somebody who has a gun in this state versus somebody who doesn't have it's just, somebody who has a gun in this state versus somebody who has a gun in this state, and how they use it and how they able to even carry it. The laws are just so different to where you have to go state by state, and that's going to take longer. You know what I mean? Should it be an overcast of something that could just go, like you said, let's just focus on the consequences. If you do something like this, here's the consequence no matter what state you're in. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, still, every state still has different crazy laws within their police departments, and just within laws of the state itself.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the only thing I could think of, quickly, temporarily, that's a quick thing. No matter if you're in whatever state, You could just say, hey, at this point, we're going to have to have police officers to be community mimicked, or of the community, mirror the community.
Mm-hmm.
They know who's in the community. They know who's the majority or who's whatever. Temporarily, let's just do it until you get to those laws and changing the laws for the actual. Is how many states we have? That's a lot of laws. You know what I mean? So they have to get passed.
We'll see.
But I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something, child. I
think let's see. On Instagram, we have a comment. We have someone. This poet, he cool. Hey, how you doing? He says, so when I see a cop, I don't know what to do. Do I run for it in a zigzag and hope I don't get shot because I'm black? If I get pulled over, do I stop and die? Like, what choice do I really have? And honestly, that is where it's coming to, where people are going to start making dicey decisions when they get pulled over or whatever. Like, it's going to be, I know I'm supposed to stop, and I know I'm supposed to have my hands on the wheel and not do A, B, C, and D, but I could be doing all that and still get killed. So should I really just make it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're putting people in a position where now they're having to decide what they should do, because now I'm terrified that this will not end well. Something very simple like a traffic stop or whatever. I can never see my family again. I can never go home, or I can end up paralyzed like Jacob Blake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's absolutely insane. So I truly think people, again, like I said episodes ago, I really think that people need to not that will be the only thing that helps save your life, but everyone should know the laws, know them inside and out. When you get pulled over, what are you supposed to do? What are you allowed to do? What is the smart thing to do? Because what the smart thing is to do for a white person is not the same thing for us. So what is the smart thing to do in a situation where someone of our color is getting pulled over, or you're being stopped, or you're being questioned? We should know all these things. And I honestly think that every single one of us should have some kind of camera in our car or something like that that's already playing. I understand that might not be something that everybody could do, but I think we should start seriously considering it, because the only reason why any of this is even being shed to light now is because cameras are catching it now. And when back then, you know how many people have died and there was no camera footage and they were not wrong? You understand? So it's just, I think it hurts me when people say really stupid and ignorant things. Like, we're just out here scared because we just want to be scared, or we making up stuff. No, it's a true fear. Even when I get pulled over, I feel like I've done absolutely nothing wrong. I think I got pulled over a couple months ago, and it was because my back tail light or something was broken and I didn't know. And I was so nervous just getting pulled over, and I knew I hadn't done nothing wrong, but just the fact that I was getting pulled over, and when he got out the car, his immediate action was to put his hand on his weapon. And I'm like, I get that there are people out here that are crazy and wicked. I understand that, and that you have to be prepared. Even as a cop, I understand that, but you don't understand what that invokes in us as well. It's fearful. Thank God it didn't turn out like that, and thank God he was actually a nice cop. But just it's so sad and crazy, and I'm praying to God that this stops really, really soon, and that some kind of true changes. But I really feel like it's not going to happen while this thing is in the White House. Like, we have to get him the HE double hockey sticks out of there, because he's not doing nothing. He don't give a dog on about nothing that's not helping him and his 1%. Period.
Yeah, he doesn't step in none of this. It's just, like you said, it's just unfortunate, man, because it's like, how many times have they heard about us, meaning black people, black only? I'm not talking about any other race right now. I'm not trying to single nobody out. I'm talking about black people and black men.
Yeah.
How many times have they heard our people, us, shoot at them and kill them if they wasn't at us? I'm trying to figure out where the fear comes from. Outside of doing your job and making sure there's no crazy person in the street trying to go blow up a building or go blow up a church. Where is the data that shows that we go after you guys so much that you are so scared of us? Like, where's the data that you stop us and we shoot your head off and we shoot you 7 times. Or you just stop, you come to us and you say, hey, what's up, buddy? And we just shoot you and you're dead. You're gone. You don't see that. So I'm trying to figure out where is this coming from besides as soon as you see our color and our men, because our men are so kingish. You're so afraid. You're so, I'm not going to get there because that's not every white police officer, woman or man. It's not every one of them. But the ones who are doing this, I feel like they're just so intimidated by king stuff. Our people, you know, we, not to get on my Nick Cannon, but you know we created strictly directly from God, right? Y'all know that. And I just feel like there's some type of jush that we give off that is, I guess to them, we're just like, I don't know. Like our men they just fearful. They just fearful that if our men blink at them, they may just die. I have no idea. That's how powerful they think we are. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. Because I was trying to be funny, but that wasn't working. Let's keep it moving, people.
Thank you, Tony Phillips, for your comments. We see them.
Next topic, Shay.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next topic. Anyone who's just joining, hello. Okay, so last week we're gonna go into something a little lighter. We were a little serious starting off, so we're gonna go into something a little lighter. Okay, so last week we kind of ended off with a topic and we didn't get to go into it because IG cut off. So we wanted to go ahead and address it again. So we were talking about if anybody has ever seen the Black Lady sketch. I think that's what it's called, the Black Lady sketch. Yes. They had a skit and it was about the Bad B. We don't cuss on this channel, so that's I have to say that. Bad B support group. Okay. And basically the whole entire skit was about how these women are doing everything humanly possible to keep up a certain image, that they can get certain things, and they don't allow their man to see them a certain kind of way because they don't want them to think that they're anything other than what they present to them. But one of the girls was basically just over it, and she wanted to just be able to wear some flats, honey, and be comfortable, and take the waist trainer off because she's over it. So our question to you tonight is, ladies, do you feel pressure to be a 10 all the time for your man and or his friends? Because when you're next to your arm in arm with your man, your man wants to feel like he has a prize on his arm. So do you feel pressure to be a 10 all the time? And fellas, what rating do you think your lady should stay at all times and never drop below? Now she might go above it, but she never below it. So from 1 to 10, what rating should your girl have at all times? Bare minimum rating that she should have at all times to be able to be on your arm. And this is going to be interesting because I really want to see what these fellas say. But, okay, so Angie, in any of your relationships, have you ever felt like you had pressure to, like, be a certain way all the time, to give like a certain kind of image off all the time?
I don't think I had pressure from the men that I dated that Ink Mark on YouTube. Not at all. That's probably the reason why I'm single. That's what she said.
I can't.
For me, I don't think I ever had pressure directly from a guy that I was dating. Any of my exes telling me, hey, you need to be on point. What are you doing? You're slipping, you're slacking, da, 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 da. No, it was all within me. Right. Mm-hmm. So I might say, he's not going to be able to see, he's not going to see this and he's not going to see it like this. He's not going to be able to see me like this or that. But other than that, no, I didn't have any pressure from any of my exes. Let me just make sure I can think back about my looks. I've never had any pressure about my looks ever. Now, you're going to see me low key. You're going to see me no makeup. You're going to see me in a hat. You're going to see me with my weave and tied up in the back or in a messy ponytail. You never would see my hair. Like no ex of mine saw my real natural hair. That was the only thing. That was something that I just didn't want to show. You know what I mean? I felt like they wasn't worthy enough to see my crown. You know what I mean? Because my crown is for my, yeah. But no, I never had pressure. I wanted to always be at a certain level, depending on where we go. Now, if we go somewhere, your girl is going to show out. I'm going to make sure I'm on point. It is what it is. We could go to a small house gathering. I'm going to be cute because I'm with my man. You know what I mean? But other than that, I've never had any pressure. If I did, I would get on whoever that is. So, girl.
Okay.
Pressure. But no, I never had anybody say, hey, you need to be on point. Like, you need to be my trophy.
Okay.
Trophies are for games. And you say that you would lose the game and you would be out of the season.
Ooh, okay. Oh, thank you for the analogy. Okay. All right. Well,
but no, what about you? Do you feel pressure because you're married?
Felt pressure. I don't say I feel pressure because I feel like from the beginning anybody that you're with should know, anyone you plan on being with for a long time or you plan on having a relationship with should see you at all levels. Should see all of it, honey. Just waking up, all that, just coming out your sleep when you not all you ain't got your bearings all together. Like, they should see all that. Cause that's just my personal opinion, because I don't want you to be shocked. Like, I don't want you to be shocked. I don't want you to be shocked on nothing. It is what it is. You're going to accept it or you ain't.
Yeah, and, true.
So that's just me. But yeah, when I'm with my man, whatever, like, I think I try to make an extra effort to dress up or to make sure that I look a certain way when I go out. But I think I do that anyway, if I'm going out, that's just, that's just for me. Like, it has nothing really to do with him. It's a plus that is for him. I try to do like me something a little extra that he likes. So I may not wear a red lip because he likes he likes a nude or something like that. Little things like that. But for the most part, I get dressed for me. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. You like it or love it, baby.
Well, that too.
It's gonna stay.
Yeah, so. That too. I won't go all out like change my entire self. I know I was dating this one guy. He liked fingernail polish. Hello.
You are the queen of nude or bare.
Hello. Fingernail, like, what you want me to have a red fingernail? Like, no. He wasn't an ex. He was just somebody I was just talking to. Mm-hmm. You're not going to, I'll wear it once and then I feel like I messed up my whole nails because of this stupid polish and I would never in my life. If you can't, it's one thing to try to do it to like whatever, but I didn't want to get in the habit of creating something that I know I can't keep up.
Or that's my main thing. That you don't want to.
Yeah, that too, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing if I'm in a marriage and my guy and my man, my husband would like to see a certain thing. Now that's my husband. Like, that's something that I will have to grow into and get to like because that's my man forever. You know what I mean? But long as it doesn't take me outside of my entire comfort zone, like I really feel some type of way. I just don't feel myself. And I would want him to understand that. He has to understand. Like, I'm not going to wear no nails. I'm not going to be putting them all. That's just not me, So hopefully he can respect that. And there's probably some things about him that I got to accept too. So
there will be,
giving
you knowledge. There will be.
Yeah, I just want my man to understand, in the future, because, you guys, I am single. So I can say I'm speaking in future tense. I will want my man to understand me on all levels from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Because some days I feel like I'm on a 1.
I just can't. I can't.
But I would want him to love me for everything, because you shouldn't just love me just due to my looks, my heart, my light, my spirit, how I love on you. That should be really the main focus. But I get it. You don't want me to be busted all the time. I don't want myself to be busted all the time. I just can't, or whatever busted considered. But I still want to be comfortable. I'm not going to be your dress-up doll every day.
Yeah.
I'm not her.
I just think it's crazy to me how I just always see like these images on social media where I feel like people are just like, I'd be like, you going to the park in that? Like, you going to the grocery store? Like, you going to the club? Like, what is the
But
purpose?
that's
Like,
for
where are you
social
going?
media.
Yeah,
They going to the
I'm
park,
just not
to
understanding,
the grocery
though.
store for social media, so that's different. Now that camera turned off, you don't know how they go to the grocery store, to the park.
I just don't understand.
You know, ain't nobody finna go on social media looking their absolute best self their absolute worst self every day. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna
of course not. Not every day, but it's some things where it's just like, child, like,
I know.
Maybe I'm tripping, but is this what guys like want now? Like, do they expect you to be a certain way all the time? It's a vibe that's being given off. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that I'm saying that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's just what it seems like.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, is that what it is now? Are people now or ladies now having to do the most to be able to stay with somebody because there's an image they got to keep up? Like, I don't.
You know what it is? I think it's what's up, JJ Kane 305. I think it's combined and meshed because these men get to see social media all day, and I think they think we're supposed to look like the social media every day, but I think people forget, like, you know, like you said, like, story like that, you only see what they give.
Yeah.
So when everybody thinks of that way, and that includes us as well, us assuming how we're supposed to be or whatever the case is, due to somebody on social media, knowing they're giving us their selves. It is website. It is their resume. You know what I mean? So you're not going to put, oh, I'm lazy on your resume. You're not going to do that. You're going to put your best foot forward at all times. So I think because of social media, especially places like Instagram where there's always pictures and stuff like that, I think now the culture, the people are evolving, thinking we're supposed to be like that 24/7, and it's not true. You know, I try my best to make sure I show a little bit of myself, not so dressed up. You don't get the idea like, ain't nobody no Barbie doll every day. And not even a Barbie doll. Just ain't nobody dressing up every day. Like, people are real life. Like, people lay in their beds, they wake up not like this. Who wakes up like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, not too far, but I don't wake up exactly like this. I don't wake up exactly like this.
Not too far.
Not true.
Yeah.
You know, so some mornings I have to put, what's up, guys? I'm in the bed, you know, or whatever the case is, or working out, not looking your best self, you know, not looking your highlighted self or whatever.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know what I'm trying to make sure I use the right words.
That's a good word to use.
Or your best resume self. So, yeah, man, I think all of that goes into it, and I think expectations of, especially of us women. But I am part of the tribe that says, don't just FaceTime me. You got to make an appointment because maybe I don't want you. I may be on too.
You may not want to see that visual at that moment.
You not the husband. Only husbands get that. Who are you? You know?
Got you. Okay. All right. Amen. Okay. Well, you brought up something which actually goes into our next topic. So
go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and go into it. All right. So okay, well, it's a two-part question. So it's one question for the ladies and one question to the fellas. So, ladies,
let's have it.
What is it that you wish the fellas understood or your man understood about you more?
This is good.
Or fellas, the same question. What is it that you wish
this
ladies
is good.
Understood more about men? It could be a general. If you're not in a relationship, it's just a general question. What is it that you wish your ladies or fellas understood more about fellas or ladies?
This is good. Y'all go ahead and chime in. Are your other headphones by the other one? No.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know because I can hear it a little bit on this side. So you could like separate them so they're not so close by each other.
Okay, they're separate.
I think that's what it was. So yeah. One more time for the people in the back, Shay.
Okay,
so question, because I done messed up.
Question one more time. Ladies, what is it that you wish fellas understood more about us? And fellas, what is it that you wish ladies understood more about y'all?
Oh, this is good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start a little bit until the guys start chiming in and the ladies start chiming in. I wish guys understood that it is not that difficult to get to understand us and love on us. It's not that hard. Like they always tell us, oh, just for men, just, just give us food, just give us whatever else they want. You know what I mean? And those are the top 3 things. That's all we need as men. We're going to be happy. And y'all just need 1,000 things. No, we don't need 1,000 things. Not every woman. Some of us are very simple to love. You just got to get to know that person and what they want. Like, that's my main thing.
Okay.
So that's what I want guys to understand, that we are not that difficult to love and make happy. I think their insecurities get in the way. I think their expectations of what they think we may want get in the way. I think a lot of things just get in the way of the true reality of how to please us and make us happy, because it doesn't take a lot.
Okay.
I think we're very simple.
That's actually a good one. I think
right?
I think we can be complex, but if you get down to the root of what we're asking, I think it's very simple.
Yeah, it's very simple.
It's just give us quality time and attention. I think that's some of it. And when we speak, truly listen. Truly listen. I don't mean like halfway listen. Oh yeah, you present, but you know what I'm saying, you're not really there. This ain't there. Child. I mean, truly listen to us when we talk, because we are telling you exactly what it is that we want. And when you ignore those things, that's when you have a problem. Because I truly feel like, ladies, we try to do any and everything to make our man happy. Any and everything that we can possibly humanly do. Yeah, of course. If within our reach, if we're able to do it, we will do it. Yeah. Depending on how he behaved too. Depending on how he behaved, if he even deserves it. Where we stop, exactly. Where we stop, or where we put the pause, is when we start feeling unappreciated or feeling like we're undervalued. Say that word. Undervalued. I'm gonna say, yeah, there you go. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say, but undervalued, yes. Where we start feeling like we're just here to be the do person or the chore girl, or we just, you know what I'm saying, we just here, but there's no value to us. Truly, there's no real value. We don't see any future. Like somebody, we don't see anything. Like somebody not your partner. We supposed to be partners. Yeah. I am not Susie Maker, hire for hire. No. I am not here to just cook and clean and, when I get into my wifely duties, to do that. No, that's not all I was built for. God didn't create me for 3 things. Are you kidding me? He created me to birth babies, baby. He created me to birth a life. You think that he just said, okay, you could birth life, but just go cook, clean, and do to create life. No, that's it. Yeah. I don't think so. So that's the hair flip. So I just think, I agree with you all the way, Shay. I agree. Just listen. Everybody's things is different. So some women need those same things. Some women just need the other things. Some women needs whatever. Just listen to your woman. Period. Don't add nothing else to it. Don't subtract nothing else to it. She has told you what she wants. What she wants on the plate. Just think of a plate. Think of dinner. There's meat, there's sides, there's, you know what I mean? If she has said she needs these things on the plate, why are you taking things off the plate? Why are you adding things on the plate? She don't want that. You can surprise her and see if she will react to something that she has never even thought of. But don't throw that on there if that's not what she wants. Yeah. So I think it could just be easier. Other than that, because I think we're very clear. I think we're very clear on what we want. I
Yeah.
think we're very clear and we let it be very well known, and there ain't no surprise. I think a lot of times, dudes, y'all kind of put it out. Y'all kind of try to hint what it is y'all want, but then you show something different, and then it kind of confuses us. Like, you want this and you want that, but then you take it away the next week, and it's like, hold on, did you really want that? And did you really want, like? So I think it's one of those things where, again, we have to start being, communication is key in anything, friendship or relationship or within family or at work. It doesn't matter.
Ooh,
the whole thing is communication is key. And if we are very, very clear on what it is that we expect from one another, we can make things so much easier. I know what to expect from you. You know what to expect from me. So you can decide whether you want to be here, and I can decide whether I want to be here or I want to deal with it.
Oh, what's up, Luna?
You understand what I'm saying? So I truly, it's just, I don't know.
Ask the question again. We got some few people who just joined in. Some people have left. Some people have came in.
Okay, so some people who just came in, hello for one. And the question that we have on the table right now is, ladies, what is it you wish fellas understood more about us? And fellas, what is it that you wish the ladies understood more about y'all? So let us know what it is that you think on this particular topic. Tony Phillips on YouTube says it doesn't matter. We all have ups and downs at times. We do. I think we all do have our ups and downs. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I just think, again, it's a lack of communication, and then once that's gotten through, it's a lack of discipline.
Girl, don't have me to start talking about that.
It's a lack. At that point, it's just a lack of discipline. It's a lack of want, or as my stepfather would always used to say, it's a lack of want to, because you can't give nobody want to. Either you want it or you don't.
Yep.
Even I don't even like to quote that. I hate to quote that because it's so
true.
Right. But it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, you cannot give nobody want to. You truly can't. You want it or you don't. And it'll be clear if you do.
Trill Talk say you've been on the winning streak with your hair the last 2 months.
You know what? Well, thank you. I had to go back to my original days. You know, I love my puffs now. Puffs.
Look, she Miss Puff Lady. Puff pass.
Well, thank you. Hey, Mr. Will Good, how you doing?
I know. Welcome to everybody who's joining. I know some people come in, some people come out due to whatever topic we're talking about. So right now we're going to go ahead and switch a little bit because it looks like the time is about to be up in a minute.
All right. So we're going to
let's go to pre-marital counseling.
Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. So quick question to y'all.
Or prenup. Which one you want to do, y'all? Which one? Prenup or counseling?
I say counseling. I say counseling only because, like, even now where you would think that, you know, marriages and stuff are what slow down. Like, you know, people are not going to be getting married during quarantine. You're actually seeing a lot of people still get married during quarantine. So
They are.
But you're also seeing a lot of divorces during quarantine too. Now, I can't, you know, a lot of divorces, and not just, I'm not just talking about celebrity people that, you know, people that are famous and stuff. I'm talking about just people you may know divorces, or people who are going through it, separated, whatever the case may be. So our question to y'all is, do you think that before you get married, that it's a necessity?
I think so.
To go through pre-marriage counseling. Is it a necessity to go through counseling before you get married?
Yes.
And why?
Yes. And yes.
Well,
one.
Jump on it then.
Only because I was in that position this one time.
Okay.
And it's all about you get to see somebody when things are going like at them, like when you have to say, okay, these are all your wrongs, you get to see how people respond to that. Either they're going to respond angry, they're going to respond in a way like, okay, there's something I need to fix. I hear everything you're saying. They're going to get defensive. Like, you get to see how they really react when you pour in front of a stranger all your business. or how they make you feel in front of this stranger, you get to see their reaction. That's number one. Number two, you get to see how life is going to be moving on, because premarital counseling goes into a marital counseling. So if they're not comfortable in premarital counseling, they're not going to be comfortable in first year marriage counseling, second year marriage counseling. Whenever we need to, I don't think there's nothing wrong with checking in with a marriage counselor at least minimum twice a year. And I mean, each half, twice a year, like the beginning of the year, end of the year, or whatever, how you want to do it, or mid-year. Just to make sure you guys are just still on the same page, because again, communication is everything. So if it takes me to go in front of somebody and tell them our business, just so we can try to figure out, like, get an aha, like, ooh, I didn't hear that when you said that, but I heard it today because how the counselor made me think of it. You know what I mean? We're not always in our own head. We're not always right. We're not the referee. You know what I mean? So just to have that third person who is not a friend, family, and all of that type of stuff, I think it's just good. For me, that's what I would want. I would want and require premarital counseling just to see if there's any, spider webs somewhere that we need to deal with
before you go in. Okay.
Excuse you, because we're not going to be having nothing catching it. What? They gotta go. They gotta
go.
God.
Okay, so we're literally, Instagram is shutting down in 1 minute. So I'm going to read some comments really quick. Mr. Will Good said, absolutely. You need to truly know who you're committing to. I agree with that. And Trill Talk TV. And it ended.
No, it went back.
Oh,
did it?
It just said live video ended.
Oh,
I'm
it did.
So sad.
See, you got to give me the 2 minute mark, bro. You didn't give me the 2 minute mark.
Well, it literally said we had 59 seconds left and then it shut down. So, I'm sorry. Don't know what happened with that. But anywho, we want to thank all of our Instagram people for joining and chiming in on our conversation per usual. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and
start with that next week
on this item. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just quickly make a comment on it. And I would say yes. I think that I even though I did not go to pre-marital counseling, I actually have gone to, I wouldn't say it's counseling because it's not one-on-one. It's not just me and my husband, but it's me, my husband, and other married couples in a group that we go into in church. And all it does is talk about marriage, period, point blank. Like, day-to-day things that you may go through or that you may come in contact with when you're married, whether it's quality time or once you've been with your spouse for this long, how is it kind of going? How are you keeping the fire alive? How are you doing ABC? So we're in a group like that, and I think that it helps because it's a constant reminder. It's like a weekly reminder that you should be making strides and doing something for your significant other all the time to keep things fresh. Again, especially once you start getting to a certain point in your relationship where now y'all gotten comfortable. Because I think a lot of the times in marriages, when you tend to get into this stage where you've known each other so long, you tend to get comfortable. So the effort in things you used to do is not there anymore. And again, and also not only just that, you grow. You become different people as you get older. You understand what I'm saying? You grow and your mindset changes and things you want in life changes, or your love language may change and all that other kind of stuff. That's the only way that you're going to continue to know your partner and be able to communicate effectively with them and know what they want is to be able to constantly have these kinds of discussions. And this group that we're in forces us to have those kinds of discussions. Like, we have to have them. Because it's the only way that I can answer any real questions. It's the only way that you'll ever know how I'm feeling, or I'll ever know how you're feeling. And so that we don't let the enemy come in and cause confusion and cause just bad vibes and all that other kind of stuff that just causes more issues down the line, which can lead to divorce or people separating. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to avoid that like the plague, honey. Okay, I'm trying to stay married until I die. That is what I signed up for. So I, that's something that I like to do. Now, again, I don't say that it's something you have to do all the time, but I do think that it's something that people should look into. I think you should be very careful on who you join these groups with and who is your counselor. And that's not any shade on anybody. That's just being
real.
Honest.
You gotta protect your heart, your energy, your space.
You have to, because put it like this, I did research on those people before. So I've spoken to people about, how do you feel about this person? And I went to a couple classes first to figure out if this is people that I truly feel like can make an impact on my marriage and can help us get past whatever it was at that time that we were trying to get past and that we were trying to turn a new leaf on. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it was very important for me to understand who was leading me or who was trying to help me get to where I'm trying to go. I need to see that reflection in your own marriage. If it's not there, then how you gonna lead me? How you gonna get me there? You can't get me there if you ain't right. So I'm just saying, make sure that you do your research on your people. Don't let just anybody lead you. And but always, per usual, make sure you keep God first. And if you do that, 99% of the time, you will know when someone is steering you in the right direction, and you'll know when someone's steering you in the wrong direction. Yeah. So, and I thank God for our group, because it also took us to our Bible study group and all this other kind of stuff. So, and it got us to where we are today. And I know marriages can be hard and marriages can be tricky, and we all go through a lot of things just as human beings, and we just have to always remember from the beginning why we got into our marriages, why we decided to marry that person, why we said yes. Exactly. Why did you say yes? Why did I say yes to you? That's good. Okay, so you always got to keep that in mind. If you keep that in mind, I just think it keeps it fresh. Like when I get married, I want to do like couples trips and stuff like that, because again, you don't know what other people are doing or getting them through things, and you could get ideas on just keep everything fresh, not just your sex life. I mean, your communication life, like all of that, just growing life, So I'm with that. I'm with it. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start that topic when we get back next week. Because that means we are over the hour if IG just hung up on us. Literally, just said bye and hung up. You know what I'm saying? Didn't give us no warning. Just hung up.
I know. But we do want to thank everybody from Instagram, everybody on Instagram, everybody on Twitter, everybody on YouTube today, everybody on Facebook, and everybody on Twitch. Twitcher. And of course, who am I? What is the world? And of course, our podcasters who sat here through all of it, at the end of it all with us, as every week, as you guys always do. We really appreciate you guys. We see you listening. We see you commenting about the podcast. And if you have not liked our podcast, whether it be on Apple, whether it be on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and whoever, Google Play, don't forget to not only like the podcast, but also leave a comment. Let everybody know why you listen to us every week, why you come back, because you come back. We know you come back.
Okay.
We know y'all coming back.
We recognize them names.
We see. But we do appreciate y'all every week just coming in, just having, just listening, having a conversation. Some of y'all just sit back, relax, and chill. We appreciate that too, because that means, you feel the vibes. So until next week, man, y'all be safe. Like all of our Black men, our Black women, please be safe. Do your best, please. Like Shay said earlier, to try to start learning a little bit of education about your state and where you stay when it comes to police officers. I'm telling you, different states. I mean, from how you're able to not show your ID to what you can say, and it's so different in every state that you don't even. Some states you don't even have to show your license to the police if they ask you. They are out. They will be breaking the law. So just that's going to be the next wave of programs that's needed in our communities. Is more programs created to educate us, just like there's so many other programs telling us how much money to make, how much credit we should have credit, blah blah blah. Yeah, you could have a great credit today and you could be going tomorrow. Okay. So if we don't have those type of things, I think we may just always be in this situation, unfortunately. Because you can't police, as they say. You can Google this and get the whole little spill. You cannot not police, but you cannot legislate morals. You cannot legislate somebody's opinion about how they feel about you. You cannot legislate that. You can put a big rule that says on every billboard that says the things that they sign when they get hired, I'm going to follow. I'm okay, great. They're saying it to get their little money. You still can't legislate somebody who is a racist. Mm-hmm. There is no law for that. They will go in jail and still be a racist. You know what I mean? Some people turn, but you can't legislate it. So unfortunately, if we can't legislate it, we got to do something with the consequences. But anyway, we're going to move on in tonight because I'm rambling. And
I think we should have an episode on that one day. It's just like an episode on our own state laws and what you should do, what you should and shouldn't do, and you know how you should handle it, and what you can do, and what you can say, and all that stuff. So I think that's a good idea. I just think it's a truly good idea, and we definitely should do that. Yeah. But we want to thank y'all again for joining tonight. We love the comments. We thank y'all for joining wherever you came from. It doesn't matter if you stopped in for un momento or you came in for 30 minutes or you stayed the whole time. We appreciate every second you spend with us because you didn't have to be here tonight, but you decided to, and we'll love you for it. So we thank y'all, and until next Wednesday, we're going to let the beautiful Miss Miami take us out once again, and we'll see y'all next week.
Once again? When did I take them out today, Shay?
Oh, once again for another week.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, once again. I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm about to take some Advils, ladies. You know what I mean, ladies? You know what I mean? I'm about to take these Advils, girls. Please, y'all understand me right now.
I feel you, honey. You can get just eyes dropping over here.
Yeah, God. Okay, so good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, good everything. Child, I'm finna be out. I gotta take these pills. It's time to go. See y'all next Wednesday. Talk to y'all next Wednesday. Until then, y'all know this love is real. Peace out, man.
Bye,
we out. Good night, y'all. Good morning. Good afternoon.